guys, and welcome back to another budget video. Today I am finally stuffing our envelopes for the month of December, which I am so excited about. It's finally here. I have been mentioning it in my past budget videos, so we're finally doing it and switching back to all cash. So yeah, if you want to see me simply just stuffing our envelopes, then stay tuned and keep on watching. So my last video was my December budget setup video. I will leave that link down below where I go over all of the amounts and you know, plan out the month of December. I have it over here in my planner. Here's a little sneak of that, and then I also set up our sinking funds right here, so I will leave that video linked down below. But today we are simply going to stuff all of the envelopes. But first things first, we are going to do a cash count. I also have my cash tray now. If you watched my last sinking fund stuffing video, I did stuff our sinking funds for the month of November, and my cash tray hasn't come in yet, but it's here and it's gorgeous, and I'm so excited to have it because this will definitely make things a little bit easier for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and count these bills really quickly. We are starting off with the fives. We have a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40 in fives. Moving on to the tens, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 110 in tens. Moving on to the 20s, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, and $600 in a 20s. Then the 50s, we have 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 51,000, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 1,750. And then lastly, we have the $100 bills. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1,500 in $100 bills. That is $3,950 that we'll be stuffing today. Keep in mind that this amount is for the whole month. We only stuff our envelopes once a month, and then we do weekly check-ins. So that's what we do over here. But yes, I'll be stuffing $3,950 for our cash envelopes as well as our sinking funds today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're starting off with our cash envelopes. So for groceries, we are going to do $800, and I'm going to do 5 20s, six 50s, and 4 $100 bills. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, $800 for groceries. So that's what I'll be stuffing for this month.
Mom, can I put this on trash?
Yes, put it in trash.
But I can't do it. So
Okay, just put it in the kitchen. I'll do it, okay? Thank you. Okay, they're all very new, so they need to be used a little bit. But yes, that was groceries. Moving on to household. Household is getting 100, and that'll be 250s. So we have 100 for household. Wait. Eating out is the next category. Eating out will get 275. So we'll do 15, 110, 3 20s, 2 50s, and one $100 bill. I am very particular with my dominations because I just want it to make sense for me. For eating out, you know, it's either fast food places or restaurants, so I don't really want to pay with the $100 bills whenever I pick something out at McDonald's, for example. So that's why I have maybe some weird dominations. Well, weird for you, but for me it makes sense. So eating out, we have 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, and 275 for eating out. That's eating out. Next up is gas. Gas is getting 200, and that'll be 2 50s and 5 20s. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200 for gas. And that is for 2 cars for my husband and I. And the next category is entertainment. For entertainment, we're doing 250. We're doing 110, 2 20s, 2 50s, and one $100 bill. So we have 150, 200, 20, 40, and 50 for entertainment. Okay, next category is beauty. Beauty is getting 250. We're doing 3 50s and one $100 bill. So we have 150, 150, 200 for beauty. Wait, yeah, 250. Just confused myself for a second. Okay, next category is spending. Spending is getting 300. So we're doing 2 50s and 2 $100 bills. That is just miscellaneous spending for my husband and I whenever we feel like getting something. So we have 100, 200, 250, and 300. That's not really equally divided. It's not really 150 each. It's just like I said, whoever sees something that they want to get, they can use that money. And then the last category in our cash envelopes is Cairo, who is our dog, and he's getting $75. That's like for his food and treats, and usually that's plenty for him. So we have 50, 70, and 75. So that was it for our cash envelopes. The last category is just back to the bank. I do have some money in here that I need to deposit back into the bank. That was from November that I had to take out. And then I do have some receipts that I need to scan with Fetch, which I'm pretty sure you are familiar with, but if you're not, It's just a rewards app for your, what is it called? For scanning your receipts, you can get gift cards. So yes, anyways, that was it for the cash envelopes. Okay, moving on to our short-term binder. We are starting off with back to school. Back to school is getting a 50, so we're just doing one $50 bill. Oh, let me take this out. So back to school is everything that has to do with school. If it's school pictures, school supplies, field trips, the school shirts, yogurt that they order, candy cards, all of that stuff. There's a lot going on in elementary school. But yeah, so we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and 200. Oh, was I in frame? I hope I was in frame. But yes, we have 200 in back to school, which that is plenty. I don't think I need to stuff this for a while. But I just wanted to make sure I have enough for December, since there is typically a lot going on in school. With like activities and Christmas parties and stuff, and since I have 2 in school, I always have to pay basically double with or for whatever's going on. So just wanted to make sure I have enough money in here. That's definitely chunky, but that should be enough for a while, like I said. Next categories is birthday. That's pretty much for immediate family, like my kids and my husband and I, and that one is also getting a 50. So in birthdays we now have 50, 100, and 150, and that is good because my husband's birthday is in March, so I have time to build that up. And next category is car maintenance. Car maintenance is only getting a 10 this month. So we have 110 in here right now. We have a $100 bill and then the $10 bill in here, and that is because you will see in a second there is a category I have to stuff in more. But for now, I know you never know what's coming up with the car, so I'll definitely stuff more into that. But everything that has to do with my husband's car is being taken care of by his job, as well as like insurance and all that stuff. And then I got my car from a car mart, and I purchased a plan with it, where for a certain amount of miles, or what is it called? A certain amount of miles or time, I believe, whichever comes first, they cover a lot of the costs, or they repair it themselves. So, and also oil changes, I think up to 5, maybe 3 or 5 oil changes. So that was all included, which is amazing. So usually I don't have to fix a lot with the car if there's something coming up, but again, you obviously never know. So yeah, definitely want to stuff that, but you will see in a second another category needed money right now. So that's why you will see I always sit down and I obviously explain it in my budget setup video for December. So like I said, if you're interested, you can go ahead and watch that one. But I always sit down before each month and really go through everything and see what is going on, what is coming up, and kind of, you know, go from there and be a little bit more specific with the amounts I'm stuffing in each category. But anyways, that was car maintenance. The next category is clothing. That is for my husband and I, and that is getting 100. So we're doing 2 50s. So right now we have 150 in here. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Okay. Next up is a date night. A date night is getting 50, but I'm doing 110 and 220s. So we now have 50, 100, 20, 40, and 50. So 150 in a date night. We couldn't go on a date night last month because there was just a lot going on. So hopefully we have time in December, but that was for date night. And the next category is gifts. And gifts is getting a little bit more this month because it's my mom-in-law's birthday. So we're doing 220. So we're doing 120, 250s, and one $100 bill. So in gifts we now have 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, and 70. 270 in gifts. And we're gonna buy her something nice because she deserves it. She's the absolute best. I'm really lucky to have such an amazing family-in-law since, well, some of you probably don't know, but I'm not American. I'm Filipino, but I was born and raised in Germany. My husband is American, so that's why we live here now. But yeah, my family's not here, so it's definitely nice to have a, you know, nice family-in-law. But there's that. Next category is home category. Home is getting 75, so we're doing 15, 120, and 150. And if you're wondering how I know all these denominations, it's obviously I have it written out next to me. Otherwise, I would not know what's... Oh my goodness, look at this 20. I don't know if you can see, but it's taped. That's always nice. So now in home we have 150, 70, 75, 76, and 77. That is my category basically. It's for just home stuff, you know, organized, organizational stuff, decoration. Okay, my camera just rudely interrupted me, but I was saying home is just organizational stuff, decorative stuff, as well as, you know, if you need a new knife set or pots and pans, stuff like that. That is what that is for. And then we have kids clothes, and kids clothes getting 80, so we're having 10, 20, and 150. There are supposed to be $2 in here, but I had to take this to the bank and I didn't have $2, so I definitely will add that once I have some change, but I've made a note of that already. But we have a 50, 70, and 80 right here. I just bought them. They're winter jackets and shoes, so they are good for a while. They definitely have a lot of clothes. But yeah, that's kids clothes. Next up is medical. That is the category that's getting a lot this month. It's getting $400. So we're doing 520s, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing 250s, and we're doing 200. And the reason why it's getting $400 is because I have to get an eye exam, because I know for a fact that I need glasses. I've never had glasses before, but I definitely, well, I'm like 100% sure that I'm nearsighted. So I need to get an eye exam and then obviously also pick up glasses and contact lenses. So that's why I'm stuffing more into medical this month. So we have 100, 200, 250, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60. So we have 460 in medical. That's definitely going to be interesting to see how much I'm actually going to spend on all of that, but you will see that in my check-ins, of course. That's what they are for. So that was medical. And then the last category in toiletries, I mean in this binder, is toiletries, and that's getting 25. If if you just heard some noise, it was my dog. It's always somebody in the background making a noise. So that is for toiletries. We have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75 in toiletries. It's definitely a good amount to pick up some stuff. Oh, I forgot. Wait. Oh. Wrong budget sheet. I forgot to add the budget sheet to my medical. So I will do that right now before I forget. Okay. So yeah, toiletries got 25. So that was it for our short-term binder. Now we're moving on to our long-term binder. In our long-term binder, we have car registration. Car registration is getting $10. I don't have to renew our tags until October, so we are slowly going to build that up. So we currently have, we currently have a $10, $20, and $21 in car registration. Right here. Next category is Christmas. In Christmas, I just have placeholders in here. I'm not taking anything out. I will obviously go Christmas shopping, so I'll just leave that money in the bank and then we'll stuff it again, of course, for next year, starting in January. For emergency, but there is 1,000 in here right now. For emergency, I'm going to do 100. I typically do 100 each month. And I started this a few months ago. Oops. So right now we have 100, 200, 300, and $400 in emergency. I always feel like a broken record, but obviously, you know, there are some people that have never seen any of my videos, but so yeah, you know, sometimes I have to repeat myself, so people know. But yeah, I always say we're building up an emergency fund for, you know, obviously emergencies, but we also have a regular savings, so you know, but I feel like this is more specific for emergency, and then our regular savings is just, you know, whatever we want to use it for, basically. But yeah, that was emergency. Next category is moving. Moving is also getting 100, and that is for when we are moving in the summer, which we are planning on, but that's not 100% sure. But you know, we still want to have a moving fund in case we do. So there is $200 currently in there. So we still have until the summer to you know, build that up, which is nice. Okay, then taxes. Taxes is actually getting $200, but I will just leave that. I will have that in the bank or transfer it to the bank account. So we have 500, 600, 700, 800. So we are currently having 1,000 for taxes in the bank. So I will exchange that for $1,000. Yeah, because I have to make more placeholders. I didn't have time to make myself some because I made all of these myself. But I will definitely replace that with $1,000 placeholder. So that one's also getting a little thinner, which is nice. And next one is vacation. Vacation is going to get 50. So there is some money in the bank. There's actually, oh, you know what? Because I know I had to add another 100 placeholder here, so I'm just going to take that from taxes since I'm going to do 1,000 in there anyways. So I'm just taking that out of taxes. Since that will be replaced with $1,000 placeholder, because there's 800 in the bank. So we have 500, 600, 700, and $800 in the bank. And then we have 900, 1,000, 1,100, 200, 250, 300, 350. So there is $1,350 in vacation currently. We are taking a vacation over New Year's. We are taking the boys to Legoland, so that will definitely come in very handy. Yeah, that was a vacation. And then 3 months ahead, which is a pretty new to us category. That one is getting 100, and that is the last category in here. So now we have 120 in 3 months ahead. That is not a rush. We are in no rush, but I definitely at one point want to be 3 months ahead with all of our major bills, at least, you know. So just to have it kind of as a buffer, I guess. But yeah, that was it for our, and here are just some placeholder in the zipper pouch, but that was our long-term binder. Now lastly, I'm going to do our investment sinking funds. So these are, you know, categories where I don't really take money out or at all. First one is life insurance. Life insurance is going to get 25. Oops, right here. So I'll just add money here, and then I will just, you know, start paying whatever company I decide to go with. I haven't decided it yet, but right now we have just $45 in here. Again, I will build that up and then, you know, start paying that into a life insurance plan. Retirement, I haven't started yet. And then this is all of my kids. All of my kids are getting $85. So we have 50, 20, 10, and 5. So we have 50, 70, 80, 85. And they are placeholders in here. Each child has about $1,000 per year they're old, if that makes sense. So my oldest is 7. He has $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in the bank. And then, like I said, the $85, and that is per month per child. So each child will get $85 per month added to their accounts, and that will be around $1,020 per year, again, per child. So that way we'll save $1,000 for each child each year. So, you know, whenever they're like 16, 17, 18 years old, they have a good amount of money in their accounts, which is definitely going to be nice for them. And then Josiah, he has a placeholder in here as well. He's 5, and he's also getting what was I about to say? 85. Yes. I just couldn't count for a second. So he's also getting 85 added to his account. And then, of course, once these add up, I will put them into the bank. And then Micah is 3. So he has $3,000 in here, and he's also getting 85. So we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 85. Right here. And as you can see, that was the last category. This is just for challenges. I will stuff those at the end of the month when I see, you know, what all we have left. But as you can see, the cash tray is empty, so I didn't do a mistake, which makes me happy. I also have my A7 binder right here. These are the same categories as I have in my cash binder, and I just like using this for like quick out of the door type of situations, like when I drop off the kids at school or pick them up. You know, I usually just take a very small purse, so I can just throw that in here, but not take my whole cash binder because I don't need all of the amounts for the whole month with me. So that's what I'm going to use this for. So I'll just take out a little bit of money out of here, put that in here for, like I said, like, you know, quick out the door runs. But that was it for my stuffing video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, we are stuffing our envelopes once a month, and then I'll do weekly check-ins. So if you're interested in that, then please consider subscribing. And again, I have a video of me setting up these binders as well as our December budget on my channel. I will leave all of those videos linked down below. And yeah, I hope you guys will have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will hopefully see you guys next time. Bye.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little and we keep track of time.